What's going on, guys? Seth here from Team Union Seth. I am your coach of the Philadelphia Fearows in Season 1 of the ISL, the International Showdown League. Here for my Week 1 battle against the Delhi Darkraise. This will be the team builder video. You can see on screen I have both of our teams. My team is the Greninja, Magearna, Latias, Mega Latias, Infernape, Nidoking, Primarina, Shaman, Donphan, Jolteon, Miltank, Uxie, Mismagius, and the Waterium Z, while he is rocking the Landorus Therian, Tapu Bulu, Celesteela, Pidgeot Mega, Gliscor, Doublade, Porygon 2, Golisopod, Bronzong, Silvally Steel, Diancie, Malamar, and the Steelium Z. So, if you want a more in-depth look at my team, I did do a draft analysis video that is up on my channel, so you can feel free to check that out. But let's get right into the team builder here. So, the first model that I decided to go with is my Greninja. So we're gonna go with a Choice Scarf Greninja. And this week I decided to go with Battle Bond. I have both Battle Bond and Protean that I can use, but I chose to go with Battle Bond this week just for a little extra power there. I feel like I didn't really need Protean that much. So this thing is Choice Scarf in order to outspeed either a Scarf Bulu or Scarf Landorus Therian. So I really think his team is pretty slow. His only mon that breaks base 100 is Mega Pidgeot. So I really think he's either going to Scarf Landorus Therian or Tapu Bulu, probably the Landorus in my opinion. Oh, real quick, big shout out to my friend Sam for helping me build a little bit. He's going to be basically part of my front office for this league, so shout out to him for helping me build, giving me some suggestions before I started. So yeah, so we have the Choice Scarf to outspeed anything that he wants to Scarf on his team. We have Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, Hydro Pump, and U-Turn. U-Turn just for general momentum. Ice Beam for the Landorus, for the Gliscor, Pidgeot, things like that. We have Dark Pulse for general coverage on the Doublade, Bronzong. And we have the Hydro Pump as pretty much just stab, and it hits things pretty hard. So there's that. The EVs, the 120 in speed gives us enough speed to outspeed a Jolly Scarfed Landorus. The only other thing that could be Scarfed that's faster is the Gliscor, but I really don't see that being Scarfed at all. So this outspeeds a Jolly Scarfed Landorus before Battle Bond. And then I just have max special attack and the rest in HP with a rash nature, so we're not hindering our U-turn at all. So next up we have Infernape, rocking the Expert Belt. Originally I had Life Orb on this. We decided to go with the Expert Belt just so I didn't have to take the recoil. And it does almost as much damage, so I'll explain the set a little bit. We have Blaze with U-turn, Close Combat, Flare Blitz, and Hidden Power Ice. So U-turn again just for general momentum purposes. It also, as well as Greninja, U-turn also hits the Malamar super hard. Close Combat is just there for general stab and to also help hit the Porygon 2, because other than this Infernape, I don't have much else that hits the Porygon 2 very well. Flare Blitz is there for the Doublade, for Bulu, for Celesteela, for Silvally Steel, Bronzong. He has a lot of Steel types, so the Flare Blitz is going to be very, very good in this matchup. And the HP Ice is there for the Landorus mainly, and a little bit for the Gliscor. So it does a decent amount to Gliscor. If it's more offensive, I believe it does kill. But the Hidden Power Ice does knock out the Landorus Therian after rocks damage and a little bit extra damage. It did have a really good chance of knocking out with the Life Orb after rocks, but we decided to go with the Expert Belt just so I didn't have to take that recoil. And getting a little bit more damage on the Landorus shouldn't be too much of an issue with this team. So for the EVs, the 152 in speed with a Naive Nature allows us to outspeed max speed Gliscor. And then I just dumped 252 into attack to hit as hard as we can. And the 104 in special attack helps us power up that Hidden Power Ice so we can beat, like I said, the Landorus and the Gliscor. Next up, we have an Assault Vest Primarina with Torrent. Rocking Scald, Moonblast, Ice Beam, and Aqua Jet. Basically, this thing is meant for two things: to take hits from the Golisopod and to check the Mega Pidgeot. So Hurricane really does not do much to us. I believe it does about 30%. And we kill the Pidgeot either with rocks into Ice Beam or Ice Beam into Aqua Jet. So pretty simple there. This thing is meant, like I said, for those two. It can also help a little bit against, like, Bronzong does some damage to Yancey, things like that. So it does do a lot of damage to things on his team. Landers, it can do a lot of damage. But that's what this is mainly here for, is the Pidgeot and the Golisopod. It does 2 at KO Golisopod with the Moonblast as well. The EVs are a little bit funky for this one, so basically we have enough speed so that we underspeed Malamar. So I have less speed. I have 1 less speed than min speed Malamar, just in case he wants to go with the Trick Room, because it does have a few mons that can go that have the Trick Room option. Bronzong, Porygon 2, things like that. So just in case he doesn't want to bring that, because his team is pretty slow and mine is pretty fast, I have this option there just in case. So almost max special attack, and then 248 in HP, and then 12 in special defense. So moving on, we have our Nidoking holding a Shuka Berry with Sheer Force. The Shuka Berry is obviously to take a ground hit from the Landorus or from the Gliscor, so we can take one of those and fire back an Ice Beam and knock it out. We're also rocking Earth Power, Sludge Wave, and Thunderbolt just for general coverage on his team. This thing hits almost everything on his team super effectively and does a lot of damage. So originally, instead of the Shuka Berry, we had the Life Orb just for extra damage, but we realized that I really didn't need all that extra damage, especially if I can get rocks up. So we decided to go with the Shuka. Helps me live a hit, live a hit from Landorus or Gliscor, and fire back and kill one of those. So for the EVs, we have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Tapu Bulu. Really want to make sure we outspeed that, because Wood Hammer Hornleash does a lot to this thing, and I want to make sure that we can kill that if necessary. And then we went with max special attack and the rest in defense, just so we can live some hits from some of his more physical threats and live some earthquakes with the Shuka a little bit better. Next we have our Donphan with the leftovers and Sturdy. Pretty simple set, just Stealth Rock, Earthquake, Ice Shard, Knockoff. Earthquake and Ice Shard do a lot to his team, and Knockoff is there for general coverage, can help with the Porygon, the Blade, things like that. Almost max HP, max attack with a Brave Nature, actually, and 8 in defense, just for a little extra. This thing is min speed, so it has speed reducing nature, 0 IVs and speed, again, in case he wants to run that Trick Room option. There was really no reason to run speed on this thing, so I felt that it was okay to go min speed, because this thing underspeeds a lot on his team. It can underspeed the Celesteela if necessary, the Bulu, and if he's not min speed on some of his mons, then we can definitely outspeed those under Trick Room. But this is just min speed. Again, helps with the Diancie, which it speed ties, will be faster than the Porygon 2 under Trick Room. So just here for that, just in case. And then last but not least, we have our Mega Latias, rocking Defog, Roost, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam, so have that Bolt Beam coverage. This is a defensive Latias, so Roost for recovery, Defog just in case I want to get rid of rocks, but I really honestly value rocks on his side more than getting rid of them on mine, because nothing on my team is weak to the rocks. But like I said, almost max HP, we have max defense and 8 in special attack. This thing is just meant to wall the Bulu, so I needed something that can wall the Bulu. It could also be here for the Landorus, Celesteela if necessary, so Bolt Beam has pretty good coverage against his team, and this thing is very bulky. Will be able to take a lot of hits from his mon. So that is the team. Let me know what you guys think down below. If there's anything you would have done different, anything you would have changed, or maybe a different mon you would have brought. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video.